So last week, Mob Games made a massive announcement concerning the next project of theirs, named Project Playtime. So in this video, I'm going to give you all the information you need to know about this new project, both that has been revealed, and also what was found in the files of Poppy Playtime Chapter 2. Ultimately, talking about what the game will be about and how the game will actually play. So let's not waste any more time, and let's get into the news. On Halloween, Mob Games posted this teaser along with a message on Discord and Twitter. Can you see this? Give us a sign. We are thrilled to announce our next game, Project Playtime, is coming to Steam this December. Project Playtime is a free-to-play co-op horror experience, where you and your friends must try to survive the unspeakable horrors that lay waiting deep within the Playtime Co. factory. We're incredibly excited for people to see what our team has poured their hearts and souls into creating over the last 6 months. Until then, it's up to you to unravel the mystery behind Project Playtime. Happy Halloween. Going to the main teaser itself, it seems to be both parts of the grab pack on the floor bloodied, with lots of grab pack hands all around in the back, hinting at the whole multiplayer thing with it. Though most of the interesting stuff is shown through brightening it, as when you brighten it, you get this little code in the middle. Now we will talk about that in a second, but you also get the image of the star in a box shape, which was teased in the 1-year anniversary video on Mob Games channel celebrating the 1-year anniversary of Poppy Playtime, meaning that this box is probably a main element in the multiplayer game. The only other thing of note in this brightened version of the teaser is this object here that says machine deposit, with the first word being covered by the green hand in front of it. I have no idea what the first word could say, but we'll find out soon hopefully. When this was first announced, one of the other developers says this: "Get excited, each chapter takes a long time to make. We want to make sure they all get proper time and loving care needed to be as amazingly awesome as they can possibly be. So while you're waiting for the chapters, here's something very cool to chew on." So quickly summarizing the initial announcement, Project Playtime is a free-to-play co-op horror experience that's main goal is to provide Poppy Playtime fans a thing to play while waiting for the next chapter to come out. Which, funnily enough, was a thing I suggested they do when talking about it with my friend, and I'm really happy that they're doing this. And honestly, I think this is a great idea for the longevity of Poppy Playtime, because with each chapter edition, they can add a new monster to it, which we will talk about in a second. Though I think the main thing about this is that there's also going to be original toys added to it, which is what the box with a star is of. It's another toy that's going to be the main feature of Project Playtime, since it's going to be its own unique monster. And maybe between each chapter, they'll add a new character each couple months to make the game feel fresh. Again, this is speculation, though I'm hoping that this is the case. Though it's likely we'll only know for sure through the code on the teaser. Which leads us to the note YouTubers got almost a week before the full announcement. This note is fairly interesting with what it has to say, so I'll read the red text first and then I'll read the background text that this was written over. The red text start by saying the date is July 15th, 1991. "Hello Mama, I missed you so much. It's been so long since we talked, and now more than ever, I wish we'd spoken more. I have some news you won't like to hear. I'm going away for a very long time, and I may never see you again. I don't want to do this to you, and I know how badly this will break your heart, but I don't have a choice. Something awful has happened. I want to tell you about it, but I can't. They have eyes and ears everywhere. For your own safety, do not come looking for me. Stay away from the factory. They can't know what you know. If they get to you, everything I've done will be for nothing. I need you to try and get on my computer. Use this, 159.223.135.6. I had to bury everything. It might seem like it's not there, but it is. I know you can find it. Look deep. You're going to see things that will scare you, but you have to look. There are lives at risk. People will die. As soon as possible, take everything you find and go to the police. This needs to end. I love you, and I hope you can forgive me." So whoever wrote this is writing to their mama, of course. And it seems to be an employee inside Playtime Co. trying to write to their mom, trying to explain what has happened. Doing the best they can while not breaking NDA, which is my best guess of why they're not specifically saying it. And also mystery, but you know. Something specifically awful happened, that's why they've been writing this. Probably something to do with the prototype, if any guess I could have. Though it could be something completely different that is only related to Project Playtime. We'll find out. Then we get the code, 159.223.135.6. Now, the developers had made a disclaimer to people since people are using it as an IP address. This is the message they said. Hey guys, there's something important we want to share with you all regarding the secrets of Project Playtime. We've seen some theories that the hidden numbers leading to a cemetery, and we want to let you know that ain't it. This is all taking place online. Do not dig up graves or trespass on private property. That is super illegal. We want to make this a fun experience for all of you guys, and I don't want to see anyone get in trouble. So, wrong theory. Try again. Hope you're having fun trying to solve the mysteries of Project Playtime. Good luck, guys. So obviously, it's not an IP address. Again, the rules of ARGs is that don't go to a full location unless the people making the ARG actually says to. But whatever is hidden behind this code, it has to be on a computer. So my guess is that something on the Project Playtime website will open soon enough. Or maybe something's already open and we haven't found it yet. Because since it's all taking place online, it has to be someplace on the website, or even a website they made after this. So probably that website will have a password login, and we'll have to use that. And once we get in, apparently, as the last paragraph of this note says, is that it's very deep within the site. And if we do look deeper, we're gonna see things that will scare us, which will probably be screenshots of Project Playtime working and everything. And with the lives in risk and people will die is probably connected to the whole thing of it being a multiplayer game, because multiple people will have to die in the multiplayer game. I doubt there will be a full game without not one death. So this is probably after everything has happened in Project Playtime. This is the last segment of it, and thus the story leading into actual Project Playtime. Though now let's look at what's this written over. The title of the page is simply Employee Confidentiality Agreement, subcategory Assessment Terms. This agreement is dated to 10/20/1986. This is made between the Playtime Corporation, when registered Playtime Co., and Rowan Stowe of 100. It's hereby agreed that as follows. Definitions. In this assignment, unless the other are substantial information means all information and by the business method, prices, finance, markets, research, development, opportunities, intentions, design, information, customer systems and software, know-how, purposes, manufacturing distributed, provided or of, information concerning Playtime codes, such clients or someone's operation. Obligations confidential. The employee agrees to trust as confidential all information applied by or on behalf of Playtime Co. in connection with the company's business and all other confidential aspects of the business defined in confidential information. Exclusions. 3. The obligation's confidentiality does not apply to information received from a third party who is legally free at the time of this, or information already. Duties of employee. 4. The employee should not, without the written consent of Playtime Co., of the confidential information to be exposed except to those of the company's employee, to such be commercially exploited in any way. Control of the employee. 5. The employee will receive a record of confidential information received and of the people holding that information, and will make that available to Playtime Co. on request. So you may notice I've cut out a lot there. It was because legitimately that's how it is on the document. It's really hard to read, but the overall gist of it is that this is a NDA basically that says anything that happens in Playtime Co. stays in Playtime Co. None of the information are supposed to be shown to the public unless Playtime Co. has actually said so to the public. So basically any information about the experiments and anything have to be censored, and which is why the red text covering up all of this is breaking that confidentiality, because he's trying to tell his mom to find the information and send it to the police. So I assume something bad happened to the employee with the red ink if Playtime Co. found out about this. Now whoever this is, we may not know until the game's release, which is in December. Now that's all the official information out. However, like I said earlier, there are plenty of things to find in the files. Now there's one thing I have to make abundantly clear before going into this stuff. Most of this info has been put out by both TetraBit and the cutting room floor. So if you want better explanations for this, go watch the TetraBit video, which is linked to the card right now, and also linked in the description, and also go to the cutting room floor page of Project Playtime Chapter 2 multiplayer in the description as well. I'll let you go to that for a couple seconds and then I'll continue. Welcome back, and let's cover everything that will be important for this video in terms of the unused content. So the first thing that is of interest is the monster selector, which obviously in the terms of Project Playtime is the player who gets chosen to be the monster gets to choose between Huggy, Mommy Longlegs, and possibly this third box character. Now if you played a game like Monsters Immortals or like TetraBit said, Dead by Daylight, it's a large likelihood that there'll be way more monsters than the ones shown in the monster selector right now, which is why I include the box character. And of course, these monsters have their own abilities to make them unique from one another, besides the already unique body and model. But you know, Huggy Wuggy's abilities include Charge Hug, which is obviously a charge attack that Huggy would do if a player is far away, Trap Breaker, which as of this point is unknown, but most likely the players will have access to traps they can set for both Huggy and Mommy. Probably similar to the mechanic in Dead by Daylight with you dropping wood panels on the killer's head, but for this is some type of trap you make. How you make this, we have no idea for right now, but we'll see soon. And of course a basic attack for both characters. Now Mommy Longlegs' special abilities includes Spotter, which while it could have an unknown use, we have speculation that it could be an ability that allows you to see players behind walls and everything. Think of an example from a recent game, like in Security Breach where Freddy can spot the gift boxes when getting Roxy's eyes. It's similar to that, but like an ability that lasts for a couple seconds that spots enemies. And the only other ability Mommy Longlegs has is Spiderweb, which simply places a spiderwebs, which I assume you can use this to trap other players either by completely stopping them or slowing them down, obviously to make you an easier target for Mommy Longlegs. Now for the survivor against the monster, you simply get the choice of the player in different colors. Now player is a character that appears a lot in Project Playtime and is supposedly the main character. And they're not keeping it hidden that is the main character, considering there's a U2s and multiple posters feature this character. Now other players get to play as other colors of player, obviously to differentiate each other since you don't want multiple yellow players running around. So far what's been discovered is 5 variants of players, which are orange, green, yellow, blue, and red. Which means at max, 6 players could play as 5 survivors and 1 monster. Though it's also possible it could be just 3 players plus 1 monster, with the additional selection of colors for some more choices. Now, the players' abilities are fairly simple. You have Sprint, obviously. You have Crouching, again, obviously. You can use the grab pack hands like you could in the main game. And then the funny one, Emotes, which are 4 emotes. There's a thumbs up, an okay, a thumbs down, and my favorite of them all, the middle finger. I personally hope they don't remove this because this is just hilarious and I would love to see it repeatedly used over and over in lobbies. This just makes the game so much more fun. Then left over in the files as well is a couple winning screens, as well as another miscellaneous screen that is very interesting. First you have the win screen for the players that describes the players have escaped. We were awarded 150 points, which I'm afraid. Because with this insinuation, this could imply that free-to-playness is what you think, because you get awarded points for winning a round. Now it's possible, and I hope they don't go this route, that you can expedite this by purchasing points. This is not confirmed at all. Don't take this as confirmed, don't do it, but if they do go this route, I hope it's only for cosmetics with these points. Please no advantages, because we don't want another Battlefront 2 situation on this. So please, if Mauve Games is listening at all, do not make it paid to get items that can help you win a game. Only customization at the most, please. But going into the other win screen we have, Mommy Longlegs has won. Mommy Longlegs have won this game, which is simply a win screen for the monsters that I assume the monster gets points, but none of the players do. And then the final screen simply says, Huggy got you, waiting for another player to revive you. Which means, someone like Dead by Daylight, there's a possibility for other players to revive you. Though, probably just like Dead by Daylight, if you don't do it fast enough, they will die for good and go to spectate. Now, overall, here's what I think the game's gonna be like. So one player gets randomly chosen as the monster, obviously. Then the other players get to play as different colors of player. Once in the game, the main objective of the game is to escape Playtime Co. with your friends. And how you do this is probably dependent on which map is chosen. Maybe for example, if you do chapter 1, you have to open lots of doors until you escape. Maybe starting from the Mecha Toy Room and trying to escape to the entrance. But it's highly likely that they can make new maps for this game as well, which again is a possibility that could have multiple updates later on, so it'll keep the game fresh. And as the players are trying to escape, of course the monster will be hunting them, using all their abilities to try and make the players trapped, be killed, and hopefully not be revived. And depending on which side wins, they get assorted amount of points to use on customization items. And hopefully no further than that, please. Then it'll provide a simple gameplay loop for people to play over and over with friends, and they'll probably introduce something new each month, either being a map, new customization items, or even a new monster. Though remember, all of this is speculation using the unused files and the announcement originally. All of this could be completely wrong, but this is just my speculation about what will happen in Project Playtime. And I personally hope, as I mentioned multiple times now, that they don't go down the route of microtransactions to expedite progress. I just want this to be a game that you just get points by winning. Or even if there is microtransactions, that is just customization. No expediting progress in the game to make yourself better. That was literally the situation that happened with Star Wars Battlefront 2, and we don't need that again. Though I am optimistic about this game. I hope it will be the best it can be. But that's all I have to say. Tell me what you guys think in the comments. And hey, if you like indie horror like I do, be sure to watch my previous video about Bendy and the Dark Revival's trailer.